meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Irby?
Here.
Councilmember Burkett?
Here.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Here.
Councilmember O'Mara?
Here.
Councilmember Dolan?
Here.
Councilmember Stanger?
Here.
Councilmember Quinn.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
I move for approval of the journal of the meeting of October 29th, 2013.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The journal is approved. Bid openings. We have no bid openings this evening, so we'll move to communications.
Madam Chair, there are no tax compromises or zoning matters this evening, so we'll move to road and bridge matters. Under road and bridge matters, item number 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th districts.
Receive, file, and contract in an amount not to exceed $1,830,000, $300. Wait a minute.
You were right the first time.
$1,830,000.
It's a lot of money.
A lot. $1,830,310 be awarded to Pace Construction Company, the lowest responsive bidder, as recommended.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries.
Item number 2, 3rd district.
Receive, file, plans, specifications, and detailed estimate of cost be approved, and the Director of Procurement be authorized to advertise for bids pending federal concurrence as requested, and a copy of this report be sent to the interested parties.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 3, 5th district.
Receive, file, and a contract in an amount not to exceed $68,781.90 be awarded to Curzon Construction Incorporated, the lowest responsive bidder, as recommended, and a copy of this report be sent to the interested party.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Motion carries.
Moving on to other communications, item number 1, all districts.
Receive, file, and refer to the council as a committee of the whole. The proposed budget be made available to the public from and after this date. The council hold a public hearing on the proposed budget at a special meeting of the council to be scheduled as soon as the matter can be heard, and the administrative director publish notice of this hearing as required by law, and that proof of publication of notice be filed with the office of the county clerk.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And to note, the public hearing is scheduled for Tuesday, November 19th at 6:30 p.m. or as soon thereafter as can be heard in the County Council Chamber, 41 South Central Avenue in Clayton. Okay.
Item number 2, 1st district.
Receive, file, and refer to the council as a committee of the whole.
So ordered.
Item number 3, 6th district.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 4.
Same motion through item number 5, and that will be the order.
Item number 6.
Receive and file, same motion for item number 7, and that will be the order.
Item number 8.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation. Same motion for item number 9, and that will be the order.
Item number 10, 1st district.
Receive, file, and the county councilor be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation, and a copy of this report be sent to the city of University City.
So ordered.
Item number 11, 5th district.
Receive, file, and the agreement be approved as recommended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Please read the add-ons.
Item number 1, 1st district.
I have it. Receive, file, and the county council be directed to prepare the appropriate legislation.
So ordered.
Item number 2, 5th district.
Receive, file, and agreement be approved as recommended.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 3, 6th district.
Receive, file, and the agreement be approved as recommended. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Mr. County Executive.
Madam Chair, no report.
All right, and there are no reports of special committees this evening, so we'll move to the public forum. We have 4 people that signed up to speak. We ask that you please keep your comments to 3 minutes. And our first speaker is Steve Singer.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Steve Singer. I've been a lifelong resident of St. Louis County. For the last 27 years, I've lived in the city of Clayton. In addition, I own a business located in Clayton, the Clayton Business District. My wife and I love to ride bikes. Finally, I had the pleasure of serving on the Clayton School Board for 9 years. I want to speak on the need for a comprehensive, binding, complete streets policy that will ensure collaboration between the county and municipalities. The policy introduced last week is a weak policy. We need a strong policy to create an integrated transportation network. As I know from my experience on the Clayton School Board, it is rare in public life to have a clear mandate from voters. Nothing expresses voters' opinions as strongly as when they vote to increase their taxes for something. That is the case for making St. Louis County more bikeable and walkable. Twice with Proposition C in 2000 and Proposition P in 2013, the citizens of St. Louis County have voted to make our community safe for bikes and walkers. Yet despite over $200 million being spent on trails and on-street routes, 0 miles of bicycle lanes exist on St. Louis County roads. This is not what citizens voted for. The benefits of converting our roads to complete streets are real. Biking and walking on St. Louis County roads is currently dangerous. Over 200 people walking and over 100 people biking were hit by cars in St. Louis County last year. A comprehensive complete street policy separates bikers, walkers, and cars. It increases property values for nearby homes. Homes within a half a mile of trails have their value raised by over 11% compared to homes not on trails. But most importantly, it makes St. Louis County the type of place young people want to live. We are in a global marketplace for our best and brightest young people. St. Louis has lots of wonderful attributes to sell our community. Millennials want to live in walkable and bikeable communities. The race is on to attract these young people, the future of our community, for the future of our community. Please work to make St. Louis County a partner in winning this race. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Margaret Johnson. There were 2 cards.
Good evening. I'm Margaret Johnson. I live at 7509 Gannon in University City. And I want to talk about the Complete Streets Ordinance. A defining element of American culture is change. Individual citizens and cities we inhabit adjust to the realities and demands of these times. In recent years, citizens and city leaders around our country have recognized that our car culture has become a liability. Traffic is strangling cities, citizens are becoming unhealthy due to lack of exercise, and the all-important eyes on the streets has become a thing of the past. A movement has arisen to address these realities, and it is embodied in the Complete Streets legislation. Many people desire to bicycle or walk to work or to other destinations. Parents want their children to have safe routes to school, and safe routes to school is in itself a movement very active in St. Louis County. I've been involved for 3 years in the creation of a master plan for biking and walking in University City, and University City just adopted that plan last month. I learned a lot during those 3 years, and one of the things I learned is how difficult it has been to work with the County Department of Transportation. For example, Midland is a county road in U City that runs north from Del Mar. Midland is a perfectly situated road for bike travel from north from U City and also south into the city. Midland carries a lot less traffic than it is designed for, and it is already used by cyclists as a route, and a dedicated bicycle lane would enhance safety. However, When the task force from U City suggested a bike path on Midland as part of our plan, the consulting firm, experienced in the ways of the county, refused to include it, saying that they never included a county road in any plans because of the attitude of the Transportation Department toward bike lanes. I'm happy to say that attitude seems to be changing. This morning I went online and found a new county policy on bike lanes dated October 2013. And I was very happy to see our county policies have already evolved in a positive direction toward bicycling. Another issue we found on county roads is the inadequacy of pedestrian crossings. Did you know, for example, that pedestrian signals on Delmar automatically activate if you're walking parallel to Delmar, but you must activate them as a pedestrian if you want to cross Delmar? Is it that pedestrian convenience and safety are dependent on how many drivers might be inconvenienced? I don't think so. And even if a pedestrian is wise enough to know they need to press the button, the time allowed for crossing is inadequate. At the time of our survey, if you were crossing Delmar at Old Bonham Road and you activated the walk signal, you got an 8-second walk signal and a 12-second countdown, 20 seconds to get across a 4-lane road. It's completely inadequate. The Complete Streets philosophy is simple. Roads should be built and maintained for all users, not just vehicles. Obviously, some roads need to restrict non-vehicular traffic, but it is time to adjust our thinking and get on with changing our car culture. We must have a culture that embraces pedestrians, bicyclists, parents pushing strollers, and people in wheelchairs. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Are these lights bright to you, or is it?
They'll look bright, they'll look bright, they'll look bright.
All right, Sarah, is it Sarah Hanley?
Good evening. My name is Sarah Hanley. I live in University City. I was one of the co-chairs on the Bike and Walk Task Force in our community. And I wanted to echo the sentiments of the previous speakers and also provide some specific information for you. I think it's important to recognize that in the last 2 years, we had a cyclist who was struck and killed as he biked home from his work at North and South along Delmar Boulevard. And just recently this summer, a 73-year-old retired teacher was walking to meet friends early in the morning, 6:45 in the morning, along North and South, north of Olive Boulevard. There are no sidewalks on this street, and he was walking along the shoulder, the only place that he could walk, was struck and killed. So these are some of the reasons why we are so passionate in University City, because we are a diverse community. We are economically diverse. We have wonderful access to Metrolink and to the Metro bus system, but we need to be able to support people in accessing these other modes of transportation. Personally, I parked my car 3 years ago. I gave it away to my son this summer. I have been a biker, a Metrolink user, a walker since that time. It can be done. I also want to point out to you that what is it like for us to work with the county? So recently we've been starting to phase in our plan, and we were building a bike facility along Canton Avenue in our north of Olive, and we need to the cyclists need some way to get across the county arterial roads. So there was a proposal by the city to determine where bikes could trigger the loop detectors that are already placed in the roads to provide signals and signage. So the initial response from the county, one of the area engineers, was the department's policy is to accommodate the needs of bicyclists on the county road system as best we can. That being said, they said no, no, no. There was nothing that they would do, and they would not allow University City to make this an easy route to get across the street for cyclists. Their option was that you stop your bicycle, you put your bicycle down, you walk over to the pedestrian signal and activate it. It's not really a convenient way of getting across the street. With a lot of pushback from citizens and TrailNet, they softened their position slightly and said, we will We will allow the placement, and this is a quote from emails, of bicycle detector pavement markings, but we will not allow the placement of signage explaining the meaning of the markings. Now, in University City, we do not want cyclists to be a special group. We want to make cycling accessible, walking accessible for all of our citizens, and part of that is using the standardized methods of communicating with people, including signage. I thank you.
Thank you. Tony Grasso.
Good evening, my name is Tony Grasso III. I'm in the real estate business, although I sit on that side of the auditorium because I'm not worthy to sit on the other side. I have an LLM in taxation, and just on the talk about the bicycle trails, and I know it's more for recreation, but we have such a gem in South County. That Grants Trail is marvelous, and I've really gone to appreciate that. I know it's more for recreation, but you know, I can get from my office to Crestwood faster on my bicycle taking the Grant Trail than I can drive over there, at least on the downhill part. And I'm also proud to say that my company leased for free the trail to the TrailNet organization, their office there, and we developed part of the parking lot for parking. Why I came here tonight is to see if anyone heard Mr. Zimmerman's on KMOX radio Friday afternoon, the Reardon Roundtable. Mr. Reardon's comments to Mr. Zimmerman I thought were kind of peculiar and off the mark. But Mr. Zimmerman's comments, his concern for what he called the pocketbook issues of St. Louis County taxpayers. Well, that would sound very sympathetic to the low information voter. But the tax scam of the super rich remains. It's been almost 3 years since I stood up here and described what I thought was a very isolated incident regarding my family and our piece of property and a lease to St. Louis County Park Department. That's been almost 3 years. I informed Mr. Zimmerman the morning after his election. I was standing there at that reception desk. Of course, he hadn't taken office yet, but I had a letter for him. And I drew the John Ross connection a couple of years ago. And to date, as far as I know, there has been absolutely no reform. Just recently, Lindbergh School District got to visit with Mr. Zimmerman and his assistants to discuss multiple properties in the Lindbergh School District. But I see there's been no reform of these misclassified agricultural properties. And most importantly, from my perspective, I have had no comment on my retroactive taxation theory that, frankly, I developed while I was in jail. There's just been no action, and I don't understand that. I called the Backstoppers. I was told by Jackie at the Backstoppers that the county makes periodic payments for a membership fee, but there's been no action on my proposal for that back rent from the park that you never paid our company. And lastly, we have my first trial date.
That's 3 minutes, Ben.
February 3rd. See you in court. Thank you.
Thank you. Introduction of bills? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to make an announcement. On Sunday, which is, I don't know the date, this coming
10th.
Sunday,
The 10th.
the 10th, at 1 p.m. at the Richmond Heights Community Center, they're having a groundbreaking, the dedication of the Mid-County Veterans Memorial. This is not a Richmond Heights Memorial. It's for all of Mid-County or anywhere, any county, anybody who wants to memorialize a veteran. You're more than welcome to come. You can get a brick, a plaque. There's all kinds of options. But it's this Sunday is the dedication at 1 o'clock at the Heights, which is on Dale Avenue, just east of Hanley Road. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, introduction of bills.
Bill number 241, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to accept a grant of up to $53,859.85 from the Missouri Department of Public Safety, appropriating the same for support of a juvenile accountability program, and authorizing the county executive to execute necessary documents. Bill number 242, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for placement of tower, antenna equipment, building, and related accessories for the emergency communication system. Bill number 243, introduced by Councilmember Wassinger, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with MS Real Estate LLC for placement of tower, equipment, building, and related equipment and accessories for the emergency communication system. Bill number 244, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Regional Justice Information Service for the provision of information technology services to St. Louis County. Bill number 245, introduced by Councilmember Quinn, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Metro West Fire Protection District for installation, operation, and maintenance of a priority control signal system on 3 traffic signals on New Baldwin Road. Bill number 246, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with the Missouri Department of Transportation for a local road safety study. Bill number 247, introduced by Councilmember Quinn, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a lease with Clarkson Wilson Investors LLC for space at 70-82 Clarkson Wilson Center for use as a West County Government Center. Bill number 248, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with accredited CPR services for CPR first aid training for county employees. Bill number 249, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the chief of police to donate 70 old LED vehicle light bars to Missouri police departments via the Missouri Police Chiefs Association. Bill number 250, introduced by Councilmembers Burkett, Wassinger, and Stanger, an ordinance amending Title 12 St. Louis County Revised Ordinances 1974 as amended entitled Traffic Code by enacting and adding thereto 1 new provision to Schedule 5 and 1 new provision to Schedule 6. And 2 new provisions to Schedule 6. Bill number 251, introduced by Councilmember Burkett, an ordinance authorizing the county executive to execute a contract with Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District for shared use of the Acela permitting system. Bill number 252, introduced by Councilmembers Burkett and Dolan, an ordinance authorizing St. Louis County, Missouri to amend certain agreements in connection with its taxable industrial revenue bonds, Mallinckrodt Inc. project, Series 2008, issued for the purpose of providing funds to pay the cost of an industrial development project in the county, approving an amendment to the plan for the project, and authorizing the county executive to enter into certain agreements and take certain other actions in connection therewith. Bill number 253, introduced by Councilmember Stanger, an ordinance authorizing and giving preliminary approval to a planned environment unit development of a tract of land located in the R2 Residence District, subject to conditions PC 33-13, Pinnacle Land Development. Madam Chair, that is all the bills. Thank you.
Perfection of bills.
Bill number 8, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
Hold, please.
So ordered.
Bill number 233, introduced by Councilmember Quinn.
I'd like to take it up. I move perfection of bill number 233.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 233 is perfected.
Bill number 234, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to hold bill number 234.
So ordered.
Bill number 235, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
I move to perfect Bill number 235.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 235 is perfected.
Bill number 236, introduced by Councilmember Dolan.
I move to perfect bill number 236.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 236 is perfected.
Bill number 237, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move to perfect Bill number 237.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 237 is perfected.
Bill number 238, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
Please hold Bill number 238, and that will be the order.
Bill number 239, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move to perfect Bill number 239.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 239 is perfected.
Bill number 240, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move to perfect Bill number 240.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Bill number 240 is perfected. Final passage of bills.
Bill number 184, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
Okay, now I don't want you guys to get all excited, but we're moving forward on this. At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 184.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 184, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 184 is finally passed.
Bill number 158, introduced by Councilmember Erby for Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 158.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 158, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 158 is finally passed.
Bill number 159, introduced by Councilmember Erby for Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 159.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 159, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 159 is finally passed.
Bill number 181, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
Please hold, and that will be the order.
Bill number 225, introduced by Councilmember Quinn.
I'd like to take it up. I move final passage of bill number 225.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 225, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 225 is finally passed.
Bill number 226, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 226.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 226, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 226 is finally passed.
Bill number 227, introduced by Councilmembers Burkett and O'Meara.
At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 227.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 227, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 227 is finally passed.
Bill number 228, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
I move for final passage of bill number 228.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Abstain.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 228, there are 6 ayes and 1 abstention.
Bill number 228 is finally passed.
Bill number 229, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move for final passage of bill number 229.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 229, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 229 is finally passed.
Bill number 230, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move for final passage of bill number 230.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 230, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 230 is finally passed.
Bill number 231, introduced by Councilmember O'Meara.
I'd like to take it up, move for final passage, bill number 231.
Second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 231, there are 7 ayes.
Bill number 231 is finally passed.
Bill number 232, introduced by Councilmember Burkett.
At this time, I move for final passage of bill number 232.
Second.
A roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby?
Aye.
Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Abstain.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on bill number 232, there are 6 ayes and 1 abstention.
Bill number 232 is finally passed.
Moving on to resolution, Madam Chair, we have one this evening. Resolution number 1, introduced by Councilmember Stanger.
I move to adopt resolution number 1.
A roll call, please.
Councilmember Erby? Aye. Councilmember Burkett?
Aye.
Councilmember Wassinger?
Aye.
Councilmember O'Meara?
Aye.
Councilmember Dolan?
Aye.
Councilmember Stanger?
Aye.
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Madam Chair, on resolution number 1, there are 7 ayes.
Resolution number 1 is adopted.
Moving on to unfinished business, item number 1, second district.
Hold on the order of business, and that'll be the order.
Item number 2, second district.
Hold on the order of business, and that will be the order.
Item number 3, sixth district.
The license be approved as requested. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And Madam Chair, moving on to new business, we have 2 prepared orders this evening.
I move for adoption of orders number 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Orders 1 and 2 are adopted.
Move we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
You